Looks like somebody wants some of that New Hampshire spotlight. California Governor Gavin Newsom going on Bill Maher's show to attack Republicans and call out his own party for not being tough enough on the GOP.
The reason I started to go into those red states, the reason I started to take on DeSantis, and the reason I started doing ads in these red states is I didn't feel my party was doing enough. It was CRT one year, and then it's ESG, and it's DEI, anything with 3 letters. These guys keep coming. And I just felt there was a little timidity in our party, and I thought we need to call this stuff out.
But Bill Maher wasn't ready to let Governor Newsom off the hook on whether Newsom has been running a secret campaign for president.
Yeah, I was a lieutenant governor, and you have me on. I mean, who has lieutenant governors on? That's amazing.
And I said then you're going to run for president one day, and we know it's not this year. I'm not going to even go there.
No, I'm glad we're not going there.
No.
It's not bad he's thinking about the presidency, Greg, in a couple years. And I think he's right. What do you think about him?
I think he's watched American Psycho too many times. I mean, Christian Bale has nothing on this guy. He's like the rich kid buttering up his dying uncle as he waits for him to croak. He's out in the hallway clutching a MyPillow. The moment the nurse leaves, he's putting it down on Joe. And then he makes this, he talks about like, he makes this weird comment about DeSantis, you know, about DEI, ESG, and CRT. What he fails to mention is that Gavin Newsom was wrong on all of that. And DeSantis was right on all those 3-letter entities about how they are helping to destroy a company by going after a country by going after equal opportunity and meritocracy. You know, now we even have Dems admitting that reverse racism is actually racism. And I know he jokes about DeSantis, but at least DeSantis is running for the office in public, you know, not sneaking around like a political cat burglar.
Dana, would you advise Governor Newsom to do what he's doing, or would you have a different set of advice for him?
I don't think he will ever take my advice. I would actually think that he should focus on his own state. You know, last year, they ended up with a $97 billion surplus. A lot of that was all that COVID money. This year, they have a $73 billion deficit. How do you do that? Right? And so I think that it was Fetterman, actually, who said, go to the bathroom or get off the pot. If you're going to run. And then Bill Maher is like making fun of Joe Biden, kind of saying, obviously, the cognitive capabilities are in question. And Newsom just laughs along. So he does seem to be playing this a little bit too cute by half.
Judge, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with Dana. I think it's too cute by half. I think it's the old wink and the nod. And no, I'm not really running this year. And, you know, it's interesting the way he kind of categorizes the division between the red states and the blue states. Oh, you know, they just weren't, they weren't strong enough. When he's very, you know, divisive, it's a them versus us. And, you know, how he gloated when Ron DeSantis got out of the race with, you know, there's a fire sale on Ron DeSantis merch today. You know, at least, as you say, I mean, Ron DeSantis got in the race, and Gavin Newsom is being very, very sneaky about it. I don't know what's going on. And, you know, he says he's doing it because he believes in women's rights. Well, if you believe in women's rights, why are you allowing transgenders, you know, to ruin a lot of women's hopes and dreams? And you can say that the governor before you created that law, but you've done nothing to protect young women. So, you know, he's a lot of all hat, no cattle, I think, Dana.
Oh, I like that one.
All moose and no hair. You know, I'm with Dana. Go to the bathroom or get off the pot.
Yeah.
Jesse, of all of us on the 5, including Jessica, one would say you look the most like Gavin Newsom. What are your thoughts about Governor Newsom?
Well, I'm going to consider that a compliment, Jessica, so thank you very much. And you're not showing your pregnancy at all. I think you look really fit.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would say that Biden's kind of in a long-distance relationship with the Democratic Party, and Newsom keeps showing up when Biden's out of town. You know, all of a sudden, like, he's at her field hockey game, then all of a sudden he's at the orchard when she's apple picking with her friends. Just the right amount of proximity to let her know that he's there. Whoa, wait a second, he's in China?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on Bill Maher the Sunday before that primary. Greg's right. DeSantis could have cat burglared it too. He could have been like, oh, I'm going to take Casey to D.C. for dinner and, you know, maybe go to the Tampa Bay Bucks down, shoot down to Mexico City to just happen to meet the Mexican president.
Yeah.
Either way, I think works.
Well, he's doing something right. Coming up, bad guys beware. America's Most Wanted is coming back to Fox. And John Walsh and his son Callahan join us next.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.